The ground speed of an airliner is obtained by adding its airspeed and the tailwind speed. On your recent trip from Mexico to the United States, your plane was traveling at an airspeed of 500 miles per hour and experienced tailwinds of 25 plus 50 t miles per hour, where t the time in hours since takeoff. Obtain an expression for the distance traveled in terms of the time since takeoff. We measure the distance if we know the position, but the relationship between the position and the speed is that the distance or the position is the antiderivative of the speed. And so first, we would need to find the speed, but first the velocity, that is. The velocity, or in this case, the ground speed, is the airspeed, 500, plus the tailwind speed, which is 25 plus 50 t. Simplifying this, we have the velocity as a function of time t, 525 plus 50 t. To find the position s of t, we would integrate this. The integral of 525 plus 50t with respect to t is 525t plus 50 times t squared over 2, because the antiderivative of t is t squared over 2 using the power rule, plus c. C is the constant of integration in this case, but we can assume that when time is 0, the distance is 0. And so we will plug 0 into the position function, which is 525 times 0 plus 25 times 0 squared plus c. We will get 0. This means c equals 0. And so the equation that we're looking for is s of t, which is the distance, 525t plus 50 over 2 is 25, and then t squared. This equation or this function will give us the distance traveled in terms of the time t, where t is the number of hours since takeoff. Use the result of part A to estimate the time of your 1800-mile trip. To do that, we simply set 525t plus 25t squared, which is the distance, equal to 1800. This is the quadratic formula, so we rewrite it as 25t squared plus 525t minus 1800 equals 0. And then we will use the quadratic formula to solve for t. A is 25, B is 525, and C is negative 1800. T equals negative B. B is 525 plus or minus the square root of b squared. 525 squared minus 4. A is 25 times C. C is negative 1800 divided by 2a. 2 times 25. There will be 2t, two answers. The first one is t equals negative 525 minus the square root of 525 squared minus 4 times 25 times negative 1800 over 2 times 25, which is 50 in the denominator. We will get negative 24. The second one is t equals negative 525 plus the square root of 525 squared minus 4 times 25 times negative 1800 divided by 50. And we'll get 3. This is how many hours after takeoff. And so we would reject negative 24 hours, and we conclude that it will take about 3 hours for the 1800 trip. The reason why we reject negative 24 because the tailwind depends on the time. If t equals negative 24, this tailwind, the speed would have been very large, and if we plug negative 24 into the tailwind speed, 25 plus 50 times negative 24, it would give us a negative speed, negative velocity, and this would cause the plane to move backward because the tailwind is now negative. It is pushing against the airplane.